For decades, the American dream had a very specific blueprint. Get a degree, buy a house, and watch your equity grow until you pass it on to the next generation. But that dream is turning into a demographic nightmare. We are standing at the edge of the silver tsunami. Over the next decade, more than 20 million homes owned by baby boomers will hit the market as they downsize or pass away. On paper, this surge in supply should be the miracle every millennial and Gen Z buyer has been waiting for. Lower prices, more options, right? Wrong. While you've been waiting for the crash to buy your piece of the pie, Wall Street has been building a machine to buy the whole bakery. Today, we're exposing why the housing market is no longer a path to wealth for the 99% and how you need to pivot your wealth blueprint to survive. The problem isn't just if the houses will be available, it's where they are. The silver tsunami is hitting the suburbs and rural areas of the Midwest and the Rust Belt. But the jobs, the innovation, the life, that's all moving to superstar hubs like Austin, Miami, or Nashville. You might inherit a 4-bedroom house in a quiet Ohio suburb, but if you work in tech or creative industries, that house is an anchor, not an asset. It's illiquid, it's expensive to maintain, and most importantly, it's in a location where demand is dying. A house is only worth what someone else is willing to pay for it. If the next generation isn't moving to your town, your inheritance is a liability wrapped in brick and mortar. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. You've probably heard people screaming about BlackRock buying up neighborhoods. Let's set the record straight. BlackRock manages your 401k and ETFs. The one actually buying your neighbor's house is Blackstone. Blackstone and other institutional investors have realized that in a world of inflation, single-family rentals are gold. They don't buy like you do. They don't care about the vibe of the kitchen. They buy in bulk with cash, often closing deals before the house even hits Zillow. They are betting on a rentership society. They know that high interest rates and stagnant wages make it impossible for you to compete. Their goal is to turn the American suburb into a subscription service. You don't own the car, you don't own the software, and now they want to make sure you never own the roof over your head. They are building a monopoly on the most basic human need, shelter. Even if you do manage to get a house, you're inheriting 1980s infrastructure in a 2026 world. Most boomer homes are energy vampires. Between skyrocketing insurance premiums in states like Florida and California and the massive cost of retrofitting old homes to modern energy standards, the hidden costs of home ownership are at an all-time high. Being house poor is the ultimate wealth killer. When 50% of your income goes to a mortgage, taxes, and repairs, you have zero leverage. You can't pivot. You can't invest in the next big opportunity in Asia. You are a slave to your zip code. The practical why. Real wealth is the ability to move toward opportunity. In the 20th century, a house gave you stability. In the 21st century, liquid assets like the global ETF strategy we discussed in our last video give you freedom. So if you're watching this and you aren't part of the 1% who can buy a mansion in cash, stop playing their game. Don't wait for an inheritance or a market crash to save you. The new wealth blueprint isn't built on debt-heavy real estate. It's built on liquidity, global diversification, and high-income skills. If this gave you a new perspective on the housing dream, like and subscribe. Let's keep building. See you in the next one.